Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniches and welcome back to One Year 365. Today it is May 3rd and this is episode 338. And we only have 28, I think, 27 more days until the entire series, you know, like, mm, oh, wait a second, excuse me one second. I think there is a hair in my mouth. But yeah, we only have 27 days left until the entire series, 1.365 and ends. And before that, we still have 27 days left, and after that, everything will be gone. Not gone actually. I'm not gonna delete, but I'm just gonna stop. It's basically just a project for second year anniversary. So yeah. Um, Anyway, we will actually talk about Sunday because apparently today is May 3rd, and apparently May 3rd is commemorized as Sunday. And this is not about Sunday as in weekend, but this is more like Sunday, day of the sun. But yeah. Um, let's see here. This article is about the U.S. Environmental Awareness Day. So it's about environment. I think we already covered previously for Earth Day, which actually happened 11 days ago, apparently. So less than 2 weeks ago, we actually did an episode talking about Earth Day, and yeah, I guess it's kind of the same, but this is for Sun for some reason. We'll see what this is about, right? Sunday, May 3rd, 1978, was designated by United States President Jimmy Carter, specifically devoted to advocacy for solar power. Okay, following a joint resolution by Congress, um, HJ Res 715, becoming okay. It was modeled on the highly successful Earth Day of April 22nd. So it's a kind of follow up, kind of, yeah, it's inspired by the Earth Day, which again we already discussed about that on April 26th, I mean 22nd, or about 11 days ago. It was the idea of Dennis Hayes, who also coordinated Earth Day in 1970. Okay, so yeah, we also talk about the person. The date became an international event in 1994. So now this is international event as well, just like the Earth Day, where it's actually international. This also became like that since 1994. Commemorations. Okay, let's see here what this is all about. Unfortunately, this page is kinda, yeah, as you can see, this page is a little bit too short, so, I might actually just fill in with more talks probably. While President Carter flew to Denver to visit a solar power research institute, others gathered in Cadillac Mountain in Maine, where the sun's rays allegedly first touched the United States, although not at the time of the year. A crowd gathered at UN Plaza in New York City to listen to speeches by people such as Robert Redford, who reminded them that the sun can't be embargoed by any foreign nation. Um, at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., environmental activist Barry Commoner opined to a group of 500 people that solar power was an issue as pivotal as slavery, and that if Mr. Carter and Energy Secretary won't talk about solar energy, it's time that we did. And that solar power was the one solution to the economic problems of the U.S. Other events on the National Mall included a marathon, speeches by senators, and a concert with Jackson Brownie. In DC, the event was so popular that it resulted in a single day ridership record for Metro Rail of about almost 200,000, breaking the record set a month earlier. The record only lasted for 5 weeks when it was broken by the Washington Bullets NBA Championship Victory Parade. events were planned in 22 countries around the world. Okay, so basically it's about using sun power or solar power to be used as energy, I think. I'm not sure what this is about though. It's either supporting solar power or not supporting solar power because something. I have no idea, but I think it makes sense that it is actually the one supports the solar power because I guess let's talk about solar power. So how do solar cell or solar power works? So apparently, I think it uses some kind of metal as well, like inside the cell, like the solar panel. There's this, like a lot of solar cells, and those cells will do something when the sun hits that. I think I have no idea though how solar cell actually works, but it generates power, right, basically. So there's actually a lots of arguments, right, about solar cell because yeah, it like what like it produces energy, but like do like the apparently the metal that is used to craft the cells are actually rare metal, or metal that are difficult to find, um, and also since it's mineral, so there should be like mining, right? And there goes the what is it like argument where when you do mining you destroy earth, you use a lot of energy, but you use those metal, I guess, to be used into this solar cell so that you can generate power. And like, is it worth it or not? Like, does the you know does the cells act, or do the cells actually generate enough power to cover up the material cost to create that? I have no idea actually, and yeah. Also, there's also many problems with solar cell itself or solar panel. Um, where it will not work if one, there is no sun. In this case, not literally there is no sun like the sun's gone, but more like, I mean, that also doesn't work if there's no sun, right? But also like as simple as cloudy day, like like if the day is just cloudy, or there is thunderstorm, or if there is just winter storm as well, the sun is not visible, right? And it will not efficiently generate enough energy. So that is also another problem. And the second problem is that because you put the solar panel above building, right? And what like, do you know what thing is above building? Air. And yeah, the higher the location, the faster the wind, or the like the more intense the wind is. And it will actually be a little bit windy, and we all know what happened with windy or wind. It carries stuff, and in this case dust. And yeah, eventually those solar panels will actually cover dust, and that covers that. And it means that it will be not be efficient because the cells are covered with sand, and the sun rays cannot actually reach the panel. And yeah, that is also the question, I mean the answer for the question, why don't you just lay solar panels on desert area, or where there is no where the sun always hits, and there is not really any what is it like, there is not really any people living there, so it's basically an empty space. Why don't you do that there? That is the the argument, right, or the question. But again, that is the answer, because like it's desert, it's sandy, there's so many sand, and there's, I mean, so much sand. And there's also sandstorm, by the way, in desert area. And yeah, it will easily got buried with sand, and it will be very difficult to clean those things. Well, I mean, you can kinda use the power that the solar cell actually generates to, I don't know, like maybe connected to some kind of I don't know, like a mechanical thing, that's spinning, and like maybe like blowing fan, blowing the cell itself, so that there is no dust. But then again, I feel like that is like inefficient, because you need energy to create energy. So like what happened with that, right? You It will be very inefficient, because we know that every time an energy got changed or converted into other energy, there is this loss of energy, or what is it in this case, entropy, right? Like it it just turns into heat, and the heat you cannot use, and which means that there is efficiency. There is, like, it will not be 100% efficient. It won't be 100% sun energy converted to into electrical power, and then the 100% of electrical power converted into mechanical, like force that can cleanse those solar cell. It doesn't work like that. There is like this percent efficiency, like um 70% is actually already great, but like it's actually difficult to make things 70% efficient, because like I myself also has engineering background, and it's actually not possible to make things 100%. And yeah, like even if it has high efficiency, it will still need maintenance. Sometimes the spinning part needs lubricant, or maybe it yeah, like it needs oil, or it needs spare parts, which then again it needs to be changed, and that also require a resource. So basically that's just the answer as to why it's not used like on the desert. I mean, yeah, like at desert area. Actually though, I'm not fully against that. Actually, um my neighbors actually use those, and it's actually working great actually. Whenever the lights went out, their house is actually on, has electricity, although we also have backup um, power using car battery, but still, um, it's actually great that they have that. Also, it's apparently cheaper. Um, Not cheaper. It actually will reduce, like the cost of your energy or electricity if you use this as well. But that will take years, I think, until it pays back. But still, though, like a long term, right? And long term things broke, right? Things break. That's just how machine works. Like it will eventually work. Like it has this what is it, like durability, pretty much. It will wear out, right, over time. Like degrades and stuff like that, corroded. But yeah, um yeah, like I have no idea if there's actually already some people that use solar cell but also pays back. Maybe you guys have, I don't know. Let me know if you have or have not. I mean, the thing is that if it's installed like on your house, it's probably easy to clean, because you just go to the second floor, like clean it maybe with a wet towel or something, and that will work again. But still though, even if it's clean, doesn't mean that the components inside are like reducing durability or something like that. But yeah, it's like, I guess it's, at the end of the day, it's still like alternative, I guess. Maybe I believe they will actually like keep developing about solar panel, about how it can be more efficient, how maybe it can use other like a mineral or a metal that is easily found, and um, so that they actually don't have to like open mine, right, just to open mining sites just to get themselves these minerals in the first place. But yeah, anyway, that is a little bit talk about solar panel during Sunday, I guess. I mean, you can kind of tell from here as well that I don't know, because of these events, people gather around, right? And that actually requires energy. So I don't know if having celebrations against this kind of stuff is actually, the great idea, because, that kind of sounds a little bit hypocrite, right? You make campaign about using alternative power, and then, however, lots of people actually come and they use energy, to come, right? Like transportation or themselves as well, like they need energy to live, to move, and they eat food, and the food they eat requires energy as well. So yeah, it's a little bit irony, but I guess it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking about this. What is it like? Qualitatively, like with yeah, like qualitative. Obviously, I don't have the number, quantity or quantitative. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, there's, like maybe there is people that already make a calculation about that. That is actually fine, but I don't know. Like I feel like if you think about it, right, without actually counting, I feel like it's, a little bit. I don't know. Like I feel like it kind of contradicts the point, right? So yeah, but anyway, I mean, it's just to raise awareness in general. So maybe that's a great idea, but like I feel like there shouldn't be, like big events, because big events require big resources. So yeah, but anyway, I think that'll be for this one. A little bit discussion about Sunday. I guess today is Sunday, so yeah, happy Sunday. Although today is not actually Sunday, I don't think. I don't even know what day it is actually. Yeah, but anyway, I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. But until then, see ya.